Okay, alright. Hello, welcome to my stream. How we doing, everybody? It's getting going. Oh, nope. I do have my coffee, so we're good. We're ready to rock. I'm super excited. This is we're casting to Dungeon Alchemist live on Kick. So welcome all my friends on Kick. I am now officially a map streamer, and I don't have to do D&D streams anymore. Which I do and I will. I feel the two things are related. I make maps solely for Dungeons and Dragons, so at this point in time, what is the difference of me making a map and streaming D&D and Dungeon Alchemist? And I like the exposure, so I do flip back and forth. But very excited to see Dungeon Alchemist coming along steadily. We just had another patch released, the Magic patch, so that has just been popping off. We have really been enjoying that. You've noticed my last couple posts on my Patreon and on Steam Workshop have been the new patch maps, and you've seen that I've kind of been pushing the subject, really trying to experiment with the new tools, play around with them. I definitely took way more time on both these maps than I wanted to, but I feel like it was all good. The tools are brand new. There's functions that I've never used before, right? And a lot of the tools in Dungeon Alchemist, they need a touch. They need a little experience, right? You need to know the ins and outs of them and how they interact with other assets in the code, right? And then once you do, they kind of are added to your arsenal, and you can just kind of have them incorporated in your mind and in your maps very easily, right? So I wanted to play around with the circular room, so I knew what what to do with those, how I can use them, where they are useful and where they are not. I definitely figured that out a good bit. Same thing with the diagonal rooms and such. The next thing I want to task myself with, I think, is uh, making rugs. So floor rugs are really small and individual. They're almost like throw rugs. So if you have like a 10 by 10 throw rug in your house, um, think that. And that's essentially all the rugs we have. There's circle ones, square ones, rectangle ones. Minimal patterns that can be varied with color briefly, but so what we definitely don't have at all is like a runner. And I've done several builds where I have like a long hallway, a great hall. And this is something that is a little confusing in my eyes, and I guess they're probably just inundated with. They are. I know they are. The devs are inundated with so many things to do. Everybody is just wanting and wishing for everything. But we have a great hall auto function. We have several great halls in different styles, so like crypt, mansion, etc. But in these great halls, in every great hall I've ever seen, there is a long ass red carpet, right? Or just like a runner. It just goes all the way down this 100-foot hallway and lands at the base of the throne, right? The king's throne, right? Um, and like you literally can't. I've tried so hard in so many ways to emulate that with abstracts, with unless I'm gonna go and actually physically make the pieces myself, which some creators have been doing. I've been putting off 3D creation as I'm just trying to build my channel and build my network. Um, but yeah, so there's no like that distinguishable red carpet, or I mean, it could be blue, it could be green, it could be what have you, right? It could have patterns on it, the crest of the throne that it's leading up to, right? The house, but yeah, so that's the next thing I guess I want to try is using the new shapes of the room to do running carpets through a building. You can do diagonals, you can do curved carpets now, you can do like oval type carpets, you can do all sorts of stuff, and you get to use the floor tiles now when you do that, where before the floor tiles were only squares. So there's a lot more options, I guess, and that's kind of the next task that I'm challenging myself with. But we have given people enough time to find their seats. Let's stop talking about it. Let's go build some maps, hey. So I'm waiting to hear back from one of my clients to start a new commission. It should be a fairly short commission. I think I'm only gonna have about like 2 billable hours, but I'm excited because I haven't lined anything up in quite some time. So, but before I do that, I will be making my damn submission. I'm gonna try and bust this out in 2 hours. So the name of the submission is called Tiny House, and as all DM submissions are, you can essentially interpret them any way you'd like, which is my favorite. So I really was at a loss for this challenge. I was like, tiny house? What am I going to make? A tiny house? You know, like that's so literal. Like I hate that. So I was like, what am I going to do? Like I got to think of something different and wonky and Caretographer, you know, so I didn't have any ideas until I did, which is how inspiration always works. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning. Um, Let me give y'all over into my world here as I talk about what I'm about to build for us. Buy myself a little bit more black screen there. Here we are. Oh, why is... Oh, hey. Hey, cat. I thought I created a second one. I did not. Okay, hold on. Oh, you know, I changed the properties on this before, so that's going to change the properties on it again. Just change it back. Fix my casters. Hey, little Harry, do you have a little stomach ache, huh? Oh, geez. Okay. Alright, thanks, cat. Knock all my stuff over. The family is home today, so there might be some background noise, and the kid might step on the camera. We'll see. How you doing, Ricky? How you doing? Good morning to you. Oh, and good morning, and good afternoon, and good evening to everybody. You know, I'm the Caretographer, and this is Maps by Caretographer. I didn't even do my own intro. We're good. We're good. It's been a good morning. It was a little rough this morning, actually. We were interrupted in our sleep about 7 a.m. to the sound of every fan and air conditioner in our house just shutting off at once. The power had went out, and I'm like, oh my god. So I wake up, I go down to the basement, I'm all groggy. I'm checking the circuit breaker. I'm like, what's going on with this? You know, like yada yada yada. Oh, before I go any further, let me check my spiders. So yeah, so that was fun, but then I was like, oh, I wanted to stream today, and I have no power. But then it came back around like 9, so not that big of a deal. It wasn't that big of a deal. Look at all these different types of spider animations. That's so cool. That's the one we want. Yes, the breathing. Very cool. Okay, so anyways, back to as we were saying, as we were worrying. Um, so I was at a loss. I didn't know what I wanted to make. I was confuzzled. And then yesterday I had the privilege to get to hang out with my kiddo all day, as daycare was canceled. So what we did was we hung out and just did dada stuff. and we were exploring in the backyard. And I have a rock wall that kind of curtains the backside of my yard, holds back a very large hill. The wall has been deteriorating, and there's definitely mice and chipmunks and stuff that live and run in it, rodents, right? Um, so I'm like, oh, I'm looking at these holes in the foundation of the wall. I'm like, oh my god, there's these large, just like caves of like rocks and just nothing inside them, right? And I'm like, oh my goodness, like what's inside these things? Like, let me look, like I assumed I'd just see like, runs where like dirt tunnels where like rodents have like tunneled and dug and stuff. But in one of these holes, we found a very large spider. And it was like hanging and dangling ever so perfectly in the on its web inside the cavern. And it was small. It was tiny. Um, it was like a hole about yay big, my hands. The spider had to be like as big as my thumbnail. But we were like, oh, like what are we gonna name it? Let's name the spider because it's this little house right there. And my kid's just like, oh, let's name it Tiny. And I'm like, oh, it's Tiny's house. Ha ha ha! Look at that. I was like, now I have an idea for this map. So we're gonna make a spider's home, and the spider's name is Tiny. So I'm just gonna do a classic cavern here. I think I need to give myself some more space. So yeah, I'm just gonna work the terrain. Okay, let's see. We are 20 by 20, so mm, 3, 6, 9. That's 10. 3, 6, 9. That's 10. I don't know why it seems uneven to me. Okay. Filling these sides in as much as they can be filled. It's a measurement that I often like to use. Okay. Zoop, 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 zoop. Okay. Okay. Super tiny 10-foot hallway. And almost like a chute. I believe I want this to be a chute. So like the players are gonna fall into this, and it already is very shooty. Let's make it a bit more shooty. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. Okay. That is a shoot. So yeah, so the players are gonna get shot out, and then we're gonna try and do some webs. I have some randomness, I guess. This is gonna be as deep as I can get it because we're doing a pit again, similar to the old map I did where I had kind of like the trick of the eye going on, where I want this to look like it falls forever into the abyss, into the Underdark, and then there's gonna be a web over the top of it. This is my idea plan. Oh, let's do some more Ovaline. One, two, three, four. From the, or two in the base. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's pretty close. It's good. I don't want it to be a circle, so I like the shape that I have. And the unevenness of the rest of the room is throwing me off a little bit too. Not a poop shoot. No. Okay, so let me just put a web out. Just to see what I'm gonna look like and what I can play with. Hey, bud.
Come here.
I can't right now. Okay, as promised. A brief interruption. I am back, as promised. Oh, and a Slurpee Slurpee to you and yours. I think I'm going to try to use this one and get it as big as I can get it here. Okay. We're getting something here, Ricky. We're figuring something out here. Oh no, it isn't Dungeon Elk. I'm Samba Dingleberry. True Black! True Black! Give it to me. Give me the Vanta. We need to play with this terrain a bit more. So, players will be able to grab on here, a chance to maybe run over here. Have them be able to... Well, maybe this comes up to this. Like so. And then we put a series of rocks to jump across. Back to another ledge. We just gotta find some shape. Find the shape that I want to run with. I got a nice shape here. Maybe able to hop down. So those will be on the same level. Well, step down. I like that. Oh my god, yeah. Alright, so with the interruptions, I still think I'm finding something here, something to go with here. We have a swoopiness over here. Oh, smooth. We've had a break actually. It's been pretty nice the mornings. We're chilling. We had to get all the ACs and stuff for the past few days, but I feel like we finally had a break in the weather, so that's awesome. Let's see. Oh, maybe we can do like an exit of sorts. Yes. Lower just a tad bit. Flatten off that. I'm gonna do this off in the corner.
Where's the medicine from there?
It's oh, dude, that's wild. That's on another level right there. That is on a whole new level right there. Oh, those are some gorgeous rock stairs. Oh, I love terrace. That there. Let's go up. We don't need any of this anymore. I actually would like to round this off a bit. Something more like that. Very large. Beautiful. I like that little edge. I like this. Maybe I do like a
What's that spider web?
yeah, I'm making a spider nest. I'm making Tiny's house.
Tiny?
Yeah, making Tiny's house.
What's the spider?
I haven't put a spider out yet. Let me go find one.
Two spiders.
Check it out.
This one's tiny and this one.
Check them out.
I was just looking. Come on.
Spider.
Spider.
Of water. Let's go use it.
That's gonna be Tiny.
Yeah, I found spider.
Nice. Is
Yeah.
that tiny?
That's Tiny. That's a big guy.
Alright, let's go.
It's a mama.
Alright, love you. See ya. I want to make like a bowl right here in the rock. I want them to not want to go over here, and I'm thinking of reasons why. And so my reason why is that because there's a whole cluster of eggs that are held over here. And like a little clutch of sorts. Let's see. Smooth it again. Okay, let's see what we got here. We have a shoot. We have a chance for players to be on either side. Um, we have a clutch, a big empty hole, and I guess this can be big and empty as well. And give us some more shape down here. Want that to be a bit more straight. There we go, nice. Try and give this some shape. That's merely just a point that the web attaches to. Bring that in a bit more. This is fitting pretty good. Do a little bit bigger. Okay, yeah, that looks really good. Alright, let's get to painting. Let's see what this room looks like when you get rid of all this texture and color. Looks much better now. But, I mean, this isn't going to be everywhere. You know me. Okay. True black. is it being weird? What? Oh, thank you. Okay. Let's get closer. Okay. Let's see, 5. The 5 foot to 10 foot, so to here. And then we have a 20-foot jump, so we'll need to add, definitely need to add another rock. Heck is it? Why is it always hiding when I want it? Probably because I'm searching in rock and it's like just listed as stone. Oh no, no, it's listed as rock. Weird. And 2 10-foot jumps. I'm trying to do my best to do like a rock. Pile up of sorts. Like this chute's just filled with the rocks. Beautiful. There we are. I guess I definitely do want to have like a shelf of sorts. That just fits good. I guess it's high time to move this. Okay. Okay. Terrain. my shootier. There we are. There we go. It's the littlest little ledge. Coffee. Alrighty. Do the room in this. That fits better. Everything gets deleted. Everything gets rocked. The shoot gets shooted. Oh, the terraces, they look beautiful, but you can't see them unless you look at them like this. So I don't know what I want to do about that. Okay. Um. Okay, getting some descending look. Yeah, bud. Okay, so I decided I want to switch this out for a dirt chute, one that's made of dirt, so that they can scamper up it if they so choose. This is gonna be like the exit, if you will. I'm just pouring some dirt out onto the field there. We like that. Okay, and we may change that, we may not change that. Okay, let's do webs. That looks good. There we go. I think that's good. I like that. That looks good. Gorgeous. Also gorgeous. Crushing it on the web walls. That's freaking gorgeous. Well, maybe I don't need that one. This is effectively done for the most part. Anything I do now is just accessory decoration.
Dad,
Yeah, bud. Hmm. I think maybe I'll do some smaller cobwebs down here too. Actually, the bodies will be a good trick for me. Watch what I'll do. There we go. Really throwing the perspective with the bodies. There we go. Got a rock in there. I wanted to do baby eggs. Na, na. 11:17. We're going good. Going strong. Nice, really gives it shape when you do this. Okay, okay. Then just do some vegetation over here. Let's add a little strip of green right here, just for color. Another pocket right here. Little pocket right here. We won't have these pockets meet. These pockets will be separate. 2 separate pockets. Why? Just because. Welcome to Caretographer. Okay. Yeah, so doesn't that just add some really good color to it? And honestly, like, this is my thing, is with the moss pieces are great, but they're too bright. They're too textured because they exist, right? Like these mosses really blend in. These grass tones really blend in with the terrain, with everything. They just look so much better than using actual moss. So I always opt for like fake moss, pseudo moss. Dig that. A little bit of smoke. Let's see if it's wild. It's a little wild. Perhaps we can go with a some projected darkness. Do this after. We'll do play with lighting after. Let's just finish the map. I have plenty of time to do lighting. There's one rock. There's one rock and one rock alone that I need. Just go on the rocks. Always do this. I wish they would let us change the color of this rock too. Another rock I like to use in this situation. This one. If ever you need a rock to just like bring something in, this is my go-to. This one requires a second one, so I've been wanting to put one of these on it probably. Yep, perfect. Even better. Some more rockiness. One last rock. There we are. Okay. Looking good. Got another half hour of map building here. Abstract wall. We need some flowers and stuff. The truest of trues. Okay. So confused. Why are there two colors of black on this black? What? What is that? Is that cave ceiling type stuff? It is cave ceiling stuff.
I need a spider.
Okay, bud. Hang on for me. Oh yes, give me the light.
Find it.
I don't need to find it. I know where it is, buddy. It's over here in my assets.
Spider.
Let's bring him up here. See all his different animations he's got?
Wow. He could transform. That he could transform.
The spider?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Can't transform.
Kind of.
The weight is going and the head goes down and back goes like right here and that it's not transforming. And I
Whoa.
right there.
What?
What's that thing right there?
This?
Yeah.
That's a bellows.
Bellows?
Yeah. It's for putting air on a fire for a blacksmith.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What? I don't know that one. Spider. This spider can move. His body can move.
You will be able to move.
And what's that?
Owen, can you please stop leaning on my shoulders? Just stand straight like this.
Dad, what's
Like
that
that.
red?
Thank you.
What's that red, Dad?
That's called a grid.
Red?
Yeah.
What is that thing?
That's the enter button. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Can you please not press buttons? Okay, let me at least save, folks. Can you please not press buttons?
Oh,
Thank you. Okay, let me save. Toddlers, man, they just ignore every word you say. Like I try to be a nice dad, and I'm like, yeah, I'll let you touch the thing. I'll let you do the thing. Like, can I save my thing so we can touch things? Can't even wait for the save, and it's gone. It's like they have to do it now inappropriately and wrong, and like it's like some days I'm just really good, but like when I'm in the office and I'm doing my thing, it's tough for the little kiddo. But what are you gonna do? Tiny's house. Yeah, that green just does not fit in. Sometimes I like trying to like match up those fault lines like that. There we go. Just like a buildup of rocks over there. Well, I guess this should be a dirt path, as we don't really have any flat rocks that really exist. Jesus freaking dogs, dude. Like, I'm starting to get bothered. I'm just bothered. I'm impatient. I've been a little impatient the past couple days. And I see that. I noticed that. I'm working on that. But man, these dogs just like, it's like just more and more. Like, they never cease. And I'm normally pretty good. I'm normally like the type of guy that's like, you know what? Dogs bark. Like, what you complaining for? But man, dude, they bark. They just keep barking. Keep barking. Ah, shut up, dude. Like, they're just barking for nothing. They're not even, like, being good dogs. They're just barking. Ugh.
Look at my cool shirt. My striped shirt.
Nice! Blue stripes!
I have the
Yeah? Let's come in with some moss on here. Just to define our edge. Then we'll get rid of it. Nice, dude! Darth Vader! Yes, we're a big Star Wars fan.
Today, because it's getting yours out.
Hey, easy, you're smashing my keyboard, bro.
It's yours now.
Oh, it's mine now?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. I just need some plants.
In the weather bed.
Okay, bye.
What's
Have a good
that?
time.
What's that feather bed?
That's Tiny.
Tiny.
Yeah, that's his name, Tiny.
Tiny.
Tiny the spider.
The big one is. No, that's tiny. That's not tiny. The big one is tiny. The small one is cuckoo.
Oh, that's right, Cuckoo. Hey, what's up, Viper? Rock formation, far from right. Not sure I followed the joke. Because I'm building walls all around. Yeah. Okay, I feel you. I got you. Let's see. Mm-hmm. How are you doing today, Viper? Nice to see ya. Um, I definitely made a choice not going with the not going with the glowing mushrooms. I was trying to give some shape to the room, I guess. That's what I'm doing here now. Just always trying to add a little detail. What do you think, Viper? Think anything over here? Oh gosh. Okay. I mean, that's it. Doesn't really get much better than that. Let's just do our lighting. Hmm. What's up, Asmo? Yeah, I've been trying to dual cast for a while. I believe this is your spider here, so thank you very much. I'll be shouting you out in my damn submission. I think it's just about done. Yeah, thanks. Saw a couple things. Went and grabbed those waterfalls too. I've been excited to try and do some work with waterfalls. I always have to do like perspective bends and like tricks of the eye and stuff to get it to, like look like a waterfall, but I'm like, "Oh, yeah, why don't I just grab the waterfall asset and just be done with it, right?" Um Yeah, nice. Glad to hear you're doing well. Yeah, so this is it. I think it's done. I think I'm done. I didn't want to spend too much time because I've been spending way too much time on my dams. Word. Yeah, so there's like three options of sizes and stuff. Um, but yeah, so it's tiny house, right? Tiny house. And I really didn't know what I wanted to do for tiny house Asmo. I was like, eh. But Mac always lets us bend the definition or like the perspective in which we interpret the challenge, right? So I had an open mind, and then yesterday I was hanging out with my kiddo. We were in the backyard exploring, and we found a spider in my backyard, and it was a very cool spider in a cave similar to this. Not, no, it was more like a rock wall that it was sitting inside of. But anyways, the spider was there, and I was like, "Oh, we should name this spider. Like, give it a name." And my kid came up with the name of Tiny. So I was like, "Oh my God, there's Tiny in his house." So this spider's name's Tiny. The spider lives here inside their cave. People slide down the chute. And they come and they get chomped. Oh, I did download a couple other spiders. I don't know where those have gone to. There's still some stuff I gotta unscrub too. Unscrub. Love the bellows. Great idea. I think we'll probably get one soon enough and like fun with blacksmiths. I'm gonna call every patch from here on out. Fun with insert here. Yes, I did sub to some stuff. I don't know if I didn't have room for it. Because I'm pretty sure I subbed like 5 or 6 spiders because I wanted to have like the options, see what's what. This one has the animations on it, so I thought that was cool. And you can rotate through them, which I thought was really cool. My question is as far as use, right, for these animations, I don't know if there's another way to do it, but as of right now, at the moment, it can only hold one of those actions, right? And it's going to stay in that, and then whatever's next up in queue will come up next, right? So say I have the spider and I have it in its breathing format, but then I want to click it and make it die. For the DM to be able to do that, they either have to have it on the die animation right off the drop and leave it as such, or they have to click and cycle through to the end of the queue to get to. So I don't know how that works and what it is. I'm assuming that's more or less just like just what it is, like how it is, which is no big deal. But just as far as like usefulness for a dungeon master, somebody who would have to use that, it would be nice if they would have like access. Like maybe I know Quentin just added the fast forward button on assets that have extra animations, so that you have what the play button is, and then what the fast forward is. They're 2 different buttons, right? Maybe again, maybe a drop down for the different animations or something in the future. I'm not sure. Try and look at this type. Looping Water Fur by Dallas. Yeah, I think I have those. Yeah. Oh, you have one that goes up, you madman. Oh, wow, dude. Everybody, look at this. Look at what Asmo has created for us. That is fuego. It has so much detail, too. Wow. Do you throw this over this one? This is just water. Word. I get honestly what I mostly end up doing with waterfalls, because we don't have too much liberty with like multi-tier stuff like we do now with Magic and in general, but normally like the map isn't the top and the bottom of the waterfall. Normally like waterfalls like start somewhere else or end at the edge of my map. So, you could just take one of these looping waterfalls and literally just like stick it on the edge of your map anywhere and be like, "Oh, it's a waterfall," so yeah, those are freaking gorgeous, my dude. I can't wait to use those. So this is done. Let me save this and stop trying to work on it and stop staring at it. I'm gonna, and I say that as I go in here, and I'm just like, let me just put a little bit of it's a little edging here. Give it some definition. Cool, cool, cool. And we got our darkness down there. File. Save. Steam Workshops. Publish map. Tiny's house. Public. Legend has it that this spider once could fit on once was the size of a pea. Nice, very nice. Like an animated goop, like it's oozing out of something. I think Animal Glow will have colors will be the same, or you'll do with the assets like that. You have to do like upload them separately as their colors. Cause yeah, I guess like acid, flesh, blood, mud, black ichor would be another great color. I mean, maybe oozing gold, definitely oozing lava. But I think you're onto something with that kind of direction of assets, because I will often make a very fun, awesome, exciting build in DA, and I'll be like, I'll look at my walls and my auto-gen rooms and stuff, and I'm like, they're just like, they look good, the wall is great, but like, it's so clean, it's so like, it doesn't have enough to it, right? Yeah, of course. So you would just have to update a couple different flavors. Legend has it that this spider was once the size of the pea. This Tiny, the spider, once was the size of a pea. Through the years, several times that size. Not so tiny anymore. And feast on much larger prey as of late. Some of your portfolio images for your 3D creator, were those your like fantasy background pictures and stuff? Like thematic pictures? I did see that. It was like 300 plus pictures of just like stuff that might be like auto computer generated. Yeah, dude, that's actually a really cool asset as well. I was super stoked about that. I gave it a like. just because, you know, like a lot of times we will opt to just go to an AI gen, right? But like there's more than enough options there for you in that whole package of non-AI stuff, right? That looks great, right? And the other thing is like you're not gonna in those pictures you're not gonna get the weird hand swirl, strong hand type like mess ups because it's not AI. Like it's a real piece of art. So and honestly, what I thought of an idea from that is using those pages as inspiration, right? So if I'm going to make a town or I'm going to make a map, a new map, I actually there's a couple of them that spoke to me and kind of really called to me. Um, Specifically the rounded house one with all the rounded hovel houses. I was like, oh, we could do circle maps now. What if we did a circular village? And that's the backdrop, right? That's the photo. That's the inspiration. You show your party that map, and then you show them a bunch of circle houses on a map with no roofs, and they can see the roofs in their head, right? You add the roofs with imagination through a thematical picture like that, where DA wouldn't have the roof. Oh, actually, that's even a great use I didn't even think of. Thanks, Asmo. Taking one of those very nice pictures with great resolution and shoving them into a picture frame, right? Portraits and more options as far as what you're decorating on the walls, which is something that I often run into where I'm like, oh, like these paintings all look the same and just a little different, right? How many different ways can you have take the same picture and make it look different, right? But just slap in some new pictures. And I guess I'm always a little lazy, I guess in that regard because I do a lot of work on my maps that I'm like I don't want to go into Photoshop and I don't want to make my own photo art. Like I've done it in the past and I will if I need to. But like I don't want to have to add 3 hours of GIMP time to my map so that I can have the picture. So that like there's so many uses for all that big file. Like I have it saved on my Discord so I don't lose the post. I don't know. I might throw them all on my backup hard drive, my backup storage. Sorry, just so I have them somewhere in form. Shoot of Doom. Oh, caught in a sticky situation. Tiny welcomes you to his home. Tiny's house. All right, and that's a map. Damn, crank it out. 2 hours. This is honestly where I like doing the damn because I'm a creator, like I'm a content creator. I'm making maps. I'm doing commissions. I have stuff that I'm doing. I have projects that are very important to me that are going to progress me in my network and my career, right? So I don't want to spend all this time doing DAM subs. Um, but in that same regard, like I want to give them the right amount of time, the right amount. Look, I don't want them to not look like a cartographer map, right? So um, I think like 2 hours is like perfect. It's like a perfect amount of time. The last couple maps definitely took a couple more. Export. I think we do borderless so we can cut that off. Export this to, yeah, damn challenge. And some cinematic photos. I don't think it really even needs any. It's a small map. And what I definitely notice is the biggest factor when it comes to how much time I spend on a map is the size of the map, hands down. Which is why I've done this thing on my DEM maps is I try to keep them within 10 or 20 tiles, for the sole reason of I don't want us to have to spend a lot of time. I feel like it's 60 tiles. It's like 3 times the amount of assets. It's 3 times the amount of tiles and 3 times the amount of assets. Oh, nice. Well, I mean, it's a good idea. I designed the battle map with like an agnostic beginning. I guess a railroaded beginning. So it's like a chute. So if the players at any point in time fall down a cliff, fall down a chute, go in a hole, inspect a thing they shouldn't, go to a sinkhole, a floor falls out on them, like get thrown. There's so many different ways you could get thrown into a hole, and then the DM says, "Oh, this brings you here." So they kind of get thrown into it. So it's merely just like a battle map. Less exploration, more just you're gonna fight this big bad spider now, or run away. Let's see, I gotta go and do the finish updating it. Okay, DM challenge. Do this, go here, go to workshop, go to my workshop. Nice. Oh, and it has good shape to it too. That's I always like it when it has good shape. Always do. It's very important to me. There we are. So boom, inspiration. There we go. Get a thread up there. All right. Well, that's it for me. I have an interview coming up, so I need to get out of here, kind of clean up a little bit, take the Star Wars off, get a bit more professional. But thanks, Asmo, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thanks for the follow. We normally take a break on the weekends. I'll do work, but I don't think I'll really stream that much. Maybe a late night First Descendant, as this is the new game I'm playing. It's pretty dope. But yeah, we'll see you soon over on Dungeon Alchemist Discord. Take it easy, everybody, and take care.